All right, so I'm trying to live broadcast on YouTube. Hi YouTube. Me and Alicia are getting ready to go to Hawaii and do live show and shoot a video and just have some fun too. But one thing that we found out that our normal rack cases were too big for the plane without spending like $100 a whack. So I took everything down of our normal rack and actually got this whole setup right here. So I basically did, like, our normal rack usually has like two longer bars like that, a few more controllers, but I got this whole setup condensed down to where it still looks pretty cool, and everything's functional. We still got pretty much all of our main controllers and foot pedals, and I'll walk it through it and show you what all we got going on. And it all fits in that suitcase, and it's under 50 pounds. So it only costs 25 bucks to take our whole little show with us. So I'm gonna turn the phone around and I'll kind of walk you through the whole setup. So making the phone around here. All right. So this is the condensed rack version. And I don't know if you guys ever seen our setup before, but I'll kind of walk you over here. So here we have our sample pad. And then of course Ableton Live, which plays pretty much all our keyboard sounds, the drum sounds, switches my guitars. That's what I'm using for my guitar amp is the amplifi X100, and also any other kind of samples and that kind of stuff. And then come over here to the fabulous push, which I love. So we can play I don't know if you guys aren't familiar with push. You can play keyboards. You can also go over and trigger your scenes. So actually I have that going to the wrong, it should be going to the PA, and it's not. Stop that and fix that right now. Preferences. Sorry about this little time delay. Alright, there you go. So now if I go over here and press one of these, then I go back over and go back to my keyboards.
Cause I'm someone to chase. You should see that look on your face. The waves crashing down.
Anyhow, and then this is, let me call it up here, is my controller for our mixer, and I will get it hooked up. And this is our mixer right here, which I absolutely love. It's the Behringer X AIR, and I wasn't really a big Behringer fan before. I'll spin my camera around while we're talking about this. So I wasn't really a big Behringer fan before until Midas bought them out, and these are all Midas preamps in here. The thing sounds amazing. So basically, if you're going to get a Midas board, I actually know a bunch of people who work at Behringer, and they're like, you know, if you get like the X32, you can actually update the firmware to Midas, and it's the exact same board. And I was like, wow, you can't update the firmware to this to Midas, but I mean, it's the same mic pre's. They sound exactly the same. It's the plugins that are a little bit different, I guess, but the thing sounds amazing. We record. It's also a sound card, so it's our sound card for our Ableton, and then also it has 6 outs, 6 auxiliary outs. So like when we're playing with a band and we want to send actual certain, like say we have like 4 different keyboard tracks or whatever, or a loop track, we want the sound guy to have all of the the controls to basically do what he wants to. We can actually send those individual outs from Ableton through those. We hardly ever do that. It's usually just stereo, and we have a click going out for the drummer. And then, but yeah, so this is our setup. We got the Alesis sample pad here, which isn't great, but we don't actually use the tones off it. It's using the tones out of Ableton, and the pads seem to work once in a while. This one mistriggers once in a while, but other than that, it works pretty good. Push, amazing. If you're ever doing stuff like this, you got to have push. This is my pad to control our mixer. So we have, Alicia's mic, we have push there, we have my guitar here, my bass just plugs direct into there, And then I have my mic, which isn't hooked up yet, which goes here. And everything's hooked on the rack. So if you notice, this is actually coming right out of the top of the rack. That's my mic. This is coming out of the top of the rack. It's Alicia's mic with a boom, so she can come over here and play keys. Or she knows to take a mic off and head out. And then I got my guitar stuff down there. And then pretty much this whole thing now, and before, like I said, we have two of those arms and a couple bigger controllers. So this usually comes out over here, and then there's another piece that comes out here, and there's cymbals up here. But for this trip, and probably a bunch of other ones when we start doing the festival stuff this next summer, this will be a lot of what we do. Just take this basic setup right here, except for, of course, with a guitar and a bass. But all this, everything you see here, will break down into that 30-inch suitcase that is less than 50 pounds with everything in it. Well, except for that lies our wirelesses and the mixer will actually go on our onboard luggage, and the push. I won't let the push go into storage. So, okay, so let me back up. The mixer, push, and the computer will not go into storage. It's all going to go onto our onboard luggage with us. Everything else will break down into that bag. And anyhow, so this is my first time really doing a live thing on YouTube. And I don't know who's watching it or if anyone, but hope you like it. And give it a thumbs up and that kind of stuff would be good. But we'll talk to you later if I can figure out how to shut this off. Anyhow, so, oh, and also we're going to be in Hawaii, so go on our website or Facebook and you can see the dates are, because I never know that. So anyhow, yeah, if you're in Hawaii, come and check us out. Bye.